Dive into the mind of a man who painted worlds with words, Clive Staples Lewis. Born in the late 19th century, in the year 1898, Lewis hailed from Belfast, Northern Ireland, a city known for its rich history and cultural vibrancy. Even as a young boy, Lewis was captivated by the allure of myth and legend, finding himself fascinated by the nature of reality and the stories that intertwined with it. His curiosity and passion for knowledge led him to the prestigious halls of Oxford University, where he delved into the world of literature and philosophy. This academic journey was just the beginning for Lewis. Little did he know his love for myth and legend would lead him to create some of the most beloved fictional worlds in literature. From his humble beginnings, Lewis would go on to create worlds that continue to captivate our imaginations. C.S. Lewis's early life was rich with experience and tragedy, both of which shaped his literary career. Born in Belfast, Ireland in 1898, Lewis was a voracious reader from a young age. His mother, Flora, nurtured this passion, but her untimely death when Lewis was just 9 years old plunged him into a world of grief and uncertainty. Following this tragedy, Lewis was sent to England for schooling, a move that would mark a significant shift in his life. He attended a series of boarding schools where he was exposed to a range of literature and ideas. This was where his fascination with mythology and fantasy began to take root. He was captivated by the tales of ancient Norse and Greek mythology, and he started to explore the power of storytelling as a means to convey deeper truths. Amidst his academic pursuits, the shadow of World War I loomed large. In 1917, Lewis was commissioned into the British Army and sent to the front lines in France. The brutality and suffering he witnessed during the war had a profound impact on him, indelibly influencing his worldview and his writing. After the war, Lewis returned to England and resumed his studies at Oxford University. Here, his intellectual curiosity and his love for mythology and fantasy continued to flourish. He delved into the works of great authors like George MacDonald and J.R.R. Tolkien, whose writings would have a significant influence on his own literary style. These experiences, the loss of his mother, the move to England, his schooling, his love for mythology and fantasy, his service in World War I, and his return to Oxford were more than mere chapters in Lewis's life. They were the threads that wove the tapestry of his unique literary vision, a vision that would later give birth to the magical world of Narnia, and a host of other works that continue to captivate readers around the globe. These experiences would form the crucible from which C.S. Lewis's unique literary style would emerge. A renowned scholar, Lewis's academic endeavors were as vast and varied as his fictional worlds. From 1925, C.S. Lewis embarked on a distinguished academic career that spanned 3 decades at Oxford University. As a lecturer, then later as a professor, he was an intellectual force to be reckoned with. His focus was primarily on literature and philosophy, areas where he could delve into the human experience, exploring the depths of thought and emotion. His lectures were not just lessons, they were journeys into the minds of the great thinkers and writers of the past. However, Lewis's academic career was not confined to the lecture halls. His intellectual pursuits were broad and far-reaching, encompassing poetry, myths, and the nature of storytelling itself. He sought to understand the human condition and the world around him, not just through the lens of literature and philosophy, but also through the prism of faith. For you see, C.S. Lewis was not always a Christian. In his early life, he was an avowed atheist, but his intellectual pursuits led him on a journey of spiritual discovery. He wrestled with deep philosophical questions, grappled with the nature of God, and eventually in 1931, Lewis converted to Christianity. This conversion was not a mere footnote in his life, it was a transformative event that influenced every aspect of his work. His faith permeated his writings, both academic and fictional. It was as if he had discovered a new language, a new way of interpreting the world around him. His Christian beliefs became a lens through which he viewed literature, philosophy, and indeed life itself. In his exploration of faith and reason, Lewis discovered a new lens through which to view the world. From the lecture halls of Oxford to the pages of his beloved Narnia, we can see the profound impact of this intellectual and spiritual journey. This intertwining of faith and reason, this marriage of intellect and spirituality, is one of the defining features of C.S. Lewis's remarkable academic career. In his exploration of faith and reason, Lewis discovered a new lens through which to view the world. From the halls of academia to the wild landscapes of Narnia, Lewis's literary contributions were profound and far-reaching. His imaginative narratives, combined with deep theological insights, have left an indelible mark on the literary world. Let's delve into some of his most notable works. Arguably his most well-known series is The Chronicles of Narnia. This 7-book series, brimming with mythical creatures, epic battles, and timeless lessons, has captivated the hearts of both children and adults. The series' central theme revolves around the fight between good and evil, embodied in the form of Aslan, the majestic lion, and the White Witch. The world of Narnia is an allegorical realm where Lewis brilliantly weaves Christian symbolism into a fantastical narrative. Next on the list is Mere Christianity. Initially a series of radio broadcasts during World War II, Lewis's lucid and persuasive arguments for Christianity resonated with listeners, leading to its publication. Mere Christianity breaks down complex theological concepts into simple, digestible ideas, making it accessible to a wide range of readers. Lewis's approach to faith, stripped of denominational bias, has had a profound impact on Christian apologetics. Finally, we have the Screw Tape Letters, an ingenious work of fiction that provides a devil's perspective on human nature and Christian doctrine. This epistolary novel, composed of letters from a senior demon, Screwtape, to his nephew Wormwood, uses satire and irony to shed light on human frailty and the spiritual warfare that rages unseen. Each of these works, in their unique ways, have contributed to Lewis's enduring legacy. They encapsulate his ability to simplify complex ideas, his knack for storytelling, and his deep understanding of human nature and spirituality. These elements, combined with his skillful use of allegory and symbolism, have made his works timeless classics. Whether through the adventures of a group of children in a magical land or through a devil's letters, Lewis's works continue to resonate with readers worldwide. Despite facing personal tragedy, Lewis's later life was a period of immense creativity and influence. As we dive into this chapter of his life, we find him falling in love with American writer Joy Davidman. Their relationship, initially formed through a mutual love for literature, blossomed into a beautiful marriage that added a new dynamic to Lewis's life. However, this joy was short-lived. Joy was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and Lewis was plunged into a period of profound grief when she passed away. This painful experience profoundly impacted Lewis's writing, leading him to pen A Grief Observed, a poignant exploration of loss and faith. This work remains a touching testament to his love for Joy and his struggle with the brutal reality of her absence. But life, as it often does, marched on, and so did Lewis. He continued to write, channeling his grief into his work, creating narratives that touched on the very essence of human existence: love, loss, faith, and the eternal quest for meaning. In November of 1963, Lewis's own journey came to an end. His death, coincidentally, fell on the same day as the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, resulting in his passing being somewhat overshadowed in the media. However, this did little to dampen the impact of his work or the legacy he left behind. Lewis's writings, particularly The Chronicles of Narnia, have continued to captivate readers of all ages, with their blend of fantasy, philosophy, and Christian allegory. His theological works, too, remain influential in Christian thought, sparking discussions about faith, suffering, and the nature of God. Moreover, his life story, marked by his intellectual journey from atheism to Christianity, his profound love for joy, and his remarkable resilience in the face of loss, continues to inspire many. In the worlds he created and the thoughts he shared, C.S. Lewis left an indelible mark on literature and millions of readers. His legacy, much like the land of Narnia itself, remains timeless. C.S. Lewis, a man of faith, reason, and boundless imagination, continues to inspire and captivate. From his early life, steeped in literature and philosophy, to his profound conversion and distinguished academic career, Lewis's journey is a testament to the power of faith and intellect. His works, particularly The Chronicles of Narnia, have transcended time, captivating the minds of both children and adults alike. They serve not merely as tales of fantasy, but as profound explorations of life's complexities and the human condition. Lewis's enduring influence is evident in the continued popularity of his works. His ability to blend religion, philosophy, and fantasy into compelling narratives has left an indelible mark on literature. His legacy lives on, inspiring new generations of readers and thinkers. In the words of C.S. Lewis himself, "We read to know we are not alone." Through his works, Lewis ensures that readers, young and old, never feel alone.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any content.